What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy back with another one. People, in today's video, we're going to discuss how and why we are being robbed blind in broad daylight, right? So, the thing is, we are going to be looking at the claims made by the one and only, the Honorable Helen Zeller and her accusations. Well, I don't know if they're okay. Sometimes they found it, right? Sometimes they're true. But we have to look into these allegations. Now, obviously, money is being stolen. 2 billion rand, to be honest. And then she claims they don't steal. But then it has come out that 1.6 billion has been stolen. Under her watch. How did that happen? Now, people, we understand and we do know, right? It's a dirty game. Blame game. This one says that. This one says that. And nobody takes accountability, right? So that is cool. And that's fine to blame another party, right? But when Helen Ziller speaks, she speaks like the DA is squeaky clean, right? And she speaks like they do nothing wrong. And she does say, if wrongdoing is found on the part of any DA member, that person is disqualified and fired. Cool. Now, we all know about the Tembisa hospital scandal, right? It was gutted, burned down to the ground. Well, not the whole entire hospital, but the records department. Twice, not once, but twice. And people, it's been found that tender fraud was done and committed to the value of 2 billion rand. That's a lot of money in any language, in any currency. That's a lot of money. Even though the US dollar is like what? I think it's 1 is to 19 almost 1 is to 20. So it's like 20 rand is like $1.19 or something like that. So it's almost 20, right? These people looted $2 billion, 2 billion rand to be precise, using shell companies, fraudulent documents, and a whole lot of shady characters. And it was linked to more than a dozen companies, right? Here's the funny thing. What I'm not understanding is why? Why would the people that are supposed to be investigating this not investigating? Or they're doing a subpar job at investigating. Now it comes out that the people meant to be investigating are themselves involved with this whole thing. So how are we going to get to the bottom of this, right? Sad but true, right? Now here's my thing. Ever since that scandal broke out, right? These people have been shady. They've been um, what's the word? They've been conniving because it's an inside job, right? And the thing is, it's all interlinked because it's all comrades or all compadres, should I put it that way, that are investigating each other, right? And they're not doing a very good, clean job of it. Now, how do you investigate someone when the department that's meant to be investigating is captured? That that even makes sense. Captured by who, you might ask? Captured by the very people who are being meant to be investigated. Now, the shocking thing to me is this, right? You telling me, you telling me that tender fraud has been going on for so long at Tembisa Hospital, and the government didn't know about it? You telling me that it took Babita Diokoran to find that out without any other person noticing that something is actually wrong? Are you telling me that someone in the procurement department didn't notice that the pricing of certain things is like way overboard? I mean, it's shocking. It's really shocking. The second thing is, you telling me that underworld figures with links to the drug trade were being aided and abetted by politicians in getting these fraudulent tenders. Now, let's be honest. Yes, we understand, and yes, we know fraud, corruption, stealing, theft, misconduct, misuse of funds. Totally agree that it's everywhere. It's in America, it's everywhere. I totally get it. I totally get it. But you telling me that a hospital records department gets gutted the first time, you don't learn from it to secure it in a proper way that it doesn't occur again, and then it occurs again. People, how does this happen? How? I mean, for me, I feel like as a nation, we have failed. We have failed as a nation by allowing the same people who we know are corrupt to keep going for full terms. Full terms. I mean, why would anyone in their right frame of mind keep a lunatic at the helm, knowing that that lunatic is driving the country or the company into the ground? Why would you do such a thing? If you had a lunatic running your household, would you allow that lunatic access to the income, to the funds, to the gas tank, to the matches, to the lighters, to whatever can cause a fire? Would you? I don't think so. So, why do we allow people at the helm to continue doing what they're doing and we stay silent? Sometimes it takes bravery because sometimes waiting to get to the ballot box will be too late. I'm even surprised that South Africa's economy is still standing strong after all the amounts of monies have been stolen, bruh. I mean, they think since 98 a trillion rand has been stolen. Now Tembisa Hospital, 2 billion rand from Tembisa Hospital. That's only Tembisa Hospital. How about the other hospitals? How about the other government institutions? How about the municipalities? So if we take all that monies together, I can promise you since 98, I think it's in the region of 20 trillion rand. Can only be 20 trillion. Maybe I'm pushing it, but geez, the known figures they're saying is a trillion rand that has been unaccounted for. But if we really take the undocumented figures, I can guarantee you it is almost in the region of even 5 trillion. Maybe 20 trillion is pushing it. 5 trillion, 10 maybe. Funds are just disappearing. Donations that come in and not even, I don't know, properly registered, documented, and you know, people, it is a mind boggling thing that someone, I don't know. I don't know. It's like people are now using the public purse as private purses. So we all know that's the people at the helm, right? That are doing this. Now enter the go-go of all go-go's, right? The political go-go. People, it's one thing for someone to openly claim that they are squeaky clean, right? That's one thing. It's one thing for someone to boldly claim that their organization doesn't operate the same like the other dubious organizations. Cool. I totally get that part, right? Everybody will sing their own praises, blow their own horns, and toot their own horns, or whatever you want to call it, right? But when it comes out that your very organization that you claim is squeaky clean, that gets rid of all the rot, that gets rid of all the unsavory characters and all the bad apples, is found to be just as bad, maybe slightly lesser, but still in the same region as the most notorious one. I mean, let's be honest, people. 2 billion rand from Tembisa Hospital and 1.6 billion rand from a housing fraud and housing tenders. And there's a $4 billion difference, 4 billion rand difference, 4 billion difference. Big amount of money. 4 billion is a lot of money in the grand scheme of things. That doesn't make you better. It makes you just as evil. If you had stolen 100, maybe 10 million, a million, 2 million, can account for 500,000, 3 million, they don't understand. But you are in the region of 1.6 billion. Then who are you to open your mouth? Because before you went on a rant, you could have first done your investigations and made sure that you hid the 1.6 scandal, but you didn't. You confidently went on camera to say we don't do that, and now it has come out that you do that. You do the exact same thing that you're accusing the other parties of doing. It makes sense why there's a government coalition, because birds of a feather flock together. Man, I don't know, man. For me, I don't know. The next 2026, right? The up and coming municipal elections is gonna be tricky. It's not even. We already know that it's gonna be almost a one-sided affair. But the thing is, we've been misled, we've been lied to, we've been manipulated, we've been made to believe things that are not even true, you know. And the sad part about it is that we don't have any other option. We don't. Everyone that you look at, that you think of, is just as bad as the first one. Now it's just a case of trying to say who is the less of the two evils. You know what I mean? Because I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just not right. It's just not. I don't know. And here's the funny thing: people like me we're trying to get into politics because we want to clear the rot, the mess, because we feel like the old guard is the problem, right? But we are being blocked from getting into these circles. I mean, it can't be that we need to be forming new bodies and new this. I mean, when we could simply just be entering these old bodies and transforming them. But it seems like transformation is not the thing that they want. So it has to be new bodies being formed, which for me, just, I don't know, bro. It just doesn't make sense. How do we solve this problem? How do we solve the corruption problem, the tender fraud, the association with underworld figures? How do we solve this problem? Is there a clean party? Is there a honest government that we can vote into power, that we do not have to stress and worry about and think that, oh my goodness, what did we do? You know, is there a party that we can sleep easy at night knowing that they are clean as a whistle? Is there such a thing? Let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we family, right? Holler.